22, Gondolic. And Zigru, is he there? Dulwich College, the dynasty continues.
Blake Edwards with a run, just to see it! Roscoe with a try! 5.5 minutes to play! The Natwest Cup to be headed to the Midlands, and the Dulwich dynasty to be the throne! You're the champion!
Well, thanks to Bill Latham down pitch side, but we move on apace because finals day at Twickenham does not hang around, and we are into the under-18s, and it's the Vase final between Trent College and Royal Latin, and the Trent team, well, as follows: Fred, Hendry Bryers, Isaac Smith, McCallum, Boddington, Nath, Dickinson, Benson and other Dickinson at 8, Jack, and then the backs: Goddard, Finney, Dolman, Livesey, Dickinson, McDonnell and Joss. And in the forwards, Royal Latin, Max Foster, Miller and Davis up front, Broom and Metcalfe in the engine room, McGiven, Salisbury and Lewis at along the the back row, and then the half-backs, Ellis and Nagy, Rooney, Taylor, Byatt, Phillips and Bacon make up the back line. And we can quickly dip into the replacements. Beresford, Rudkin, Hartman, Crick, Stanley, Spencer, Pickup and Matthew Kimmett. And for Royal Latin School, it's Ooster and Anderegg, Linger, Batty Prolu, Josh Abbas, Tom Erasmus, Josh Wellham and Cam Wright. Our referee for this one is Alex Thomas. He's assisted by Matt Rosier and Kevin Williams. And Trent College ready to get us started. Kicking from left to right. Well, just catching our breath from that under-15 cup final. And neither of these two teams are hanging around as Trent College continue their bust forwards. They come round, we have the brothers Dickinson in play. Another flash of our team sheet for you there. And they're very close. Referee, I think, is saying that is just held up. Indeed it is. Off to a flyer here at Royal Latin. Trent College.
No rest for the wicket here, is there?
There isn't. We're working you hard, Sam Howard.
Rightly so. Great attacking position here. We've seen some brilliant tries in both games so far from first phase play. Let's see if we can get one here from Trent.
I've opted to come around the blind side. It was the slightly longer journey to make. Got really close. Now they go close quarters again. Matter of inches once more. And another little pick. Ben Goddard's decided, well, I thought he decided he was going to go for that one, and now there's a cheer from Trent. They think they're over. The referee checks with his assistant, and the try is given. Was it Ethan Benstead, the last man up? I think it might have been. Well, let's just check. No, I think the man getting the plaudits might be Jack Dickinson, the number 8.
Some real Route 1 rugby there from Trent, but looking at them, why not? They look massive down there, huge pack.
Conversion is sound, and Trent extend their lead to 7 points. Decent conversion from Ben Dickinson, the youngest of the brothers and the baby of the team. 7 points to 0.
Great conversion from that Trent there. What a start. Perfect start, calm the nerves, gets them into this game perfectly. Just what all the coaches and players would like.
Royal Latin now, trying to create the opportunity to reply. Just knocked it on, and it goes backwards off a Trent hand, but referee will give Trent the scrum.
Shame, because they've done really well from the kickoff. They'd won their own kickoff back. They looked good in attack, but they've just given that initiative back to Trent.
Good break from Trent. Breaking round the corner is Arjun Nath. Goddard. Penalty advantage coming to Trent, and the referee's going to blow.
Really powerful stuff here from Trent. Using that, they are a big pack, using them to get over the gain line, gain the penalty, but he just mistouched there.
Ball has stayed in field, and Royal Latin wanting to exploit the opportunity to take it downfield. Oh, the offload came, but Tom Davis perhaps wasn't expecting it by that stage. Oh, knock on from Royal Latin just when they were really beginning to make some decent ground. Ian Gould, the head coach, will be a bit frustrated by that.
Yeah, great counter-attack. They're in behind, and that's twice now that they've just dropped the ball and given the initiative back to Trent. Looked dangerous on the counter-attack, though, Royal Latin there.
It's the first time Royal Latin's under-18s have reached the final of this competition. They did win the Vase, the under-15s, in 2013. But this is a really fantastic achievement. The only state school left in the under-18 tournament since the quarter-finals, and they've got themselves all the way to the final, beating the likes of Silcote School 31-12 in the semi-finals, and then Taunton School 28-14 in the quarters. Sheldon School, William Borlase, Challoners, Cokethorpe, Waddesdon Church of England School, all falling to Royal Latin in their journey to this final. And it's at the back there with Will Ellis. And Ellis then through Nagy. It's there with Nagy again. He's just probing that into the corner. It's not quite gone all the way, so Trent will have a chance to clear their lines, and well, they've done that rather nicely.
Yeah, good composure there from Trent. Just drew the man, passed it inside, and then they've got away with a good kick there. But a nice kick from Royal Latin, putting the pressure on Trent. Now they're in good field position.
Well, a good 10 will turn an opposition backline back towards their try line as often as possible, and that was a good little kick through from Max Nagy. Royal Latin with this line out though, and it floats all the way to the back. Trent putting all sorts of pressure on that to try and turn it over. Where's the ball? It's there for Ellis. Nagy then floats it for Broom. Then the offload. Oh, it's good interplay. It went from Byatt to Taylor. It wasn't conventional, but they got there eventually. Nagy runs himself into the tackle, but presents the ball. And then Ellis, the skipper, is there. Makes a break, gets the offload away. It was a really good, solid running line from Max Foster, player who joined in the sixth form at Royal Latin. Now they go to the right. Oh, and then it just goes to ground from Royal Latin. Not quite happening for them then, but they were building nicely.
Again, such a shame. Lovely pass. I think one of the Trent players jumped out the line. Pass went in behind his back. This bit of skill here, look at that, it's a lovely ball. Again, just couldn't quite hold on to it. I think in that under-15 game, the basics were just done so well. If you just literally pass, tackle, catch, you get those three things right, you don't go far wrong.
We were spoiled in that first game, weren't we? Any knock-ons now, given we had so few in that opening game, everything going to hand from Thomas Hardy. We've got high standards now up in our commentary box here at Twickenham.
I know it's not very interesting, but I just tell the boys at school, just pass, tackle, catch. If you do that, you will win more games than you lose.
Absolutely. Trent coming out of the 22. They've gone for a little shallower chip forward there, which is well gathered in by Joe Phillips. And now he needs support, and they come down this blind side. Johnny Byatt did well to just step in. Year 11 boy. Nagy. Tom Davis had to take that from just behind him, but he did well. Back in the side after that dislocated shoulder. Then Nagy's ball over the top, and it has gone over the head of Harvey Dolman, and now there's a lot of pressure on it. But Dolman did just enough for Trent College. It's going to be a 22 dropout. Trent College, well, proud of their achievements on and off the field. Head coach Steve McGuinness, Adam Benstead, Director of Sport, Chris Gray and Guy Hope, all part of the setup. They beat the likes of the Perth School in the semis, Worksop College in the quarters, Hereford sixth form, King Edwards, King Henry's, Welbeck, and all of those going down to Trent College. And it's they who lead by 7 points to 0 in this under-18s Vase final. Nagy. Short for Lewis. Can have another little look at the chip through from Nagy.
Yeah. Sorry, good decision. Just that bounce of the ball, just gone left. If it kept going, it probably would have gone out. I like the look of Nagy. Looks composed on the ball. He's put a couple of nice passes, a couple of good kicks. Looks as if he's running the show really well out there for Royal Latin.
Short ball for Trent, for Livesey. McDonnell kept it alive there, Trent. The referee was playing a penalty advantage.
So he's having a go at goal from the halfway line. Massive kick, again, just shows the confidence of some of these kids.
Well, George Finney is looking for the record kick for the day today. Plays at the Nottingham Academy and Independent Lambs under-18s. He's a county tennis player as well, so we will see what he's got from the baseline. Fall short. Royal Latin. If they just knocked it on inside their own 22, well, it's going to work out for Trent either way, because from the attempted penalty, they'll now get a scrum inside the Royal Latin 22, and that's a very useful platform.
Yeah, that's worked out well for them. Royal Latin should have just caught that ball, absolutely booted it. Yeah, far too ambitious from the goal kicker there. I remember a few years ago, Don Fraser going for one from the halfway line. I was furious. He banged it straight through the middle.
Murphy's Law. Not a light version. Well, it's the Dickinson show so far for Trent College. Jack, the try scorer, and Ben with the conversion. Can they add anything to it as Jack picks from the back again? Of course, there's George at the flank as well. Three Dickinson brothers. He longed for the moment they would be playing first 15 rugby together. That ball has just gone out on the full, but we're going back for a penalty, and Royal Latin have, well, got to be careful here because they're giving away a few too many. Yeah,
Trent being very direct, using their big, powerful forwards, and the ref is being very, very hot on the tackler rolling away. He's been consistent, so Royal Latin can't have any arguments. He's set his stall out the ref, he's let them know what he wants them to do. They've got to make that tackle, and they've got to get out of there.
Finney into the corner.
Just get a great shot there of some of the size of those Trent boys. Look, 3, 5, 4, all are massive.
Isaac Smith chatting to Fred Hendry Bryers there. Both year 13 boys, just making sure that they know the call. And it looks to be a dummy at the front, and then they go to Dickinson at the back and try and surge straight through the middle there. Now it's going to be the pick from Benstead. He was close to scoring the try that Dickinson got down. Referee says he was held up that time. Well, he's actually paused it a moment, I think, to check with his assistant to find out whether he can award a try. Held up is the call.
We've seen some great imaginative lineouts today. Through the middle, at short, little peels. Again, just shows the quality of the coaching, that they're always forward thinking, always trying to come up with new ideas. I think with that size of that pack, I think they just want to keep it simple and drive it over.
Brendan McCullum on the near side. He arrived at Trent College, having relocated with his family from South Africa. What's the option going to be this time? Goddard just gets it away through Finney. And Finney still with it, now looking for the long pass on the outside for McDonald. McDonald for the corner, and he's in. More first phase play. We've seen a fair bit of it so far this afternoon from every team that's played, but that worked superbly. And, well, Finney just holding on to the ball until it was time to release. And then the long pass out for Emmett McDonald.
Again, superb back play. Be good to have a little look, because I think the Latin centres feel that they were slightly obstructed and couldn't get out. Nothing wrong with that, that's fine. Great pass off his left hand, and he's finished it well. Again, first phase play, great back line, great play. It's fantastic to see this. So that's 3 games in a row we've had brilliant tries scored off first phase. Cracking start from Trent here.
$12 points to the good, 18 minutes remaining of the first half. Really close effort from Ben Dickinson, but that one just goes away.
Great scrum ball. Little run around here. Oh no.
It's Charlie Livesey with the long ball. fact, Finney combining with the inside centre. Really well played. George Dickinson. It's a good thing about the Dickinson family. You can call Dickinson at any point. You've got a 20% chance of being right, while Trent are playing with three of the players in the side. Little dummy of the ball back inside, then the looping ball over the top. That time it was Finney with that long hanging ball, and now taking off is Livesey. He's got real power. He's just stopped short of the 22. It was a desperate last tackle, but they just stopped him. Charlie Livesey with the break, younger brother of George, who was a winner 3 years ago. But now it's in the clutches of Royal Latin.
Great play from Trent, using their ball carriers up this right-hand side, opening up the space. Lovely floated pass and a super run there up the left-hand touchline.
Livesey took a few strides to start the engine, didn't he? But once he was going, like a steam train. Trent, it's a really good pick-up off the floor from George Dickinson. But it's an excellent turnover from Royal Latin in reply. Ellis. Looking for his box kick option. He's sliced that slightly. And it's gathered. And then fed back in field, but just to a Trent hand. And then back into a Royal Latin one. But it's a penalty to Trent as they try and get the turnover of the ball. Max Nagy's trying to tell the referee that they went hands over the ball before they won it. But that's worked out better for Trent. And what's the call here? Going to go for the posts from the wide outside. George Finney's enjoying the challenge of kicking practice today.
He's not shy of having a go, is he?
Good take from Josh Rooney. Unfortunately, the ball back inside, not to a teammate.
Yeah, Royal Latin are just giving too many penalties away, which is then meaning they can't get any field position. They've got some quality players out there, but all the plays in there, pretty much in their 22.
Well, no wonder he wanted another go.
Yep, when
penalty
you can slot
slotted
like
from
that.
Finney.
Absolutely great strike right from out there on that touchline. Putting the pressure back on Latin and just keeping that scoreboard ticking over.
Well, handy to have the two kickers in the side in the form of Dickinson and Finney. And Finney slots that from wide out on the far side. Trent College 15 now, Royal Latin School 0. Royal Latin now have won that back, but it was Josh Rooney who perhaps just kicked that downfield a little bit too rushed a fashion. Maybe had a little bit more time there. And Trent take it quickly. Little nudge over the 22, perfectly entitled to do that in taking it quickly. And now it's away from Goddard. Another good carry from Ethan Benstead. He will do that all day long. And then Goddard deciding to just pick and go quickly. His forwards getting in there to try and support him. The ball's come squirting out the back. Referee not sure how it happened, neither am I, but no one's worried as Trent continue to come upfield. Goddard looks to the short side, then comes back to the open, uses Benstead as well. Dickinson with the clear out. Then they look to the left. Nath with the carry. Benstead offering himself again. Oh, penalty for obstruction. Nagy wants the ball quickly. Trent aren't giving it back. One Dickinson brother goes in to get another one out of a scrape. Ben telling George it's not worth it.
They just like fighting each other normally.
Absolutely. That's what big brothers are for. But the kick hasn't found touch, and it's just invited Trent to come running back, and they do so up to the 10-metre line, right in the middle of the park, and Goddard will feed to the right. That time it was Jack Dickinson. Then Livesey. It's a really big lump at 12. Like an extra back rower. Show from Finney inside. But there was
crossing again.
I think it was no release on the tackle. I think the referee has penalised them for. So, well, Latin. Not had their hands on too much ball in the last few minutes, and they're not going to get it again because the touch finding from Nagy has been poor, and has allowed Trent the chance to keep the ball alive. But now they've knocked it on as we get a little bit of light rain coming through Twickenham. It's very, very light drizzle. Nagy gets the offload away. Dickinson. It was Tom Davis who took the ball in. Oh, well, that was very cynical. I wonder whether the referee might have thought for a moment about giving a little more than a penalty, because that was quite blatant.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. Latin have just been a little bit too sloppy over the last 5 minutes. They've got some good players, but they've just got to look after the ball. They've got to just up their sort of intensity. They're playing at Twickenham. They want to win this game. They've got enough good players. They've got to demand higher standards of themselves. Otherwise, this big Trent team are just going to bulldoze through them again and again. They just got to look after the ball, get numbers to rucks, and show a little bit more desire and heart, to be fair, which you don't often see in finals like this, because they've got enough players out there that can do a little bit better than they are.
Isaac Smith gets that ball in nice and cleanly into the line, and then the maul begins, but Smith then happy to get rid of it, and well, Finney had a job to do to try and get that ball around the Royal Latin defender, and perhaps should have thought twice about giving the pass, because he's given possession away, but well, Royal Latin have conspired to hand possession back.
Yeah, that was a real eye of a needle pass. He was trying to thread it through there, and he just couldn't quite manage it. Let's see if Latin can win the ball from this line out and put a few phases together and actually try and impose themselves on this game and put Trent under a little bit of pressure.
Trent who ended up with it from the back. I think it was tapped down from Royal Latin, but big physical fend there from Livesey. He's still going. He's put 2 or 3 Royal Latin men to the floor there. Royal Latin getting themselves in an offside position. I think Livesey's taken a boot in there, but he's made a strong stuff, gets straight back to his feet. Trent will have the penalty.
Big carry from Livesey. He's a big, strong, powerful young man. Takes him getting down, but then again, Latin give another just cheap penalty away. Now find themselves back in their own half.
It's just a very, very fine mist that we have coming down. rain was heavy, we wouldn't be getting wet in our commentary position, but it's so light, it's blowing right in on us. I'm sure you've got every sympathy out there. Trent College with the line, it's really well taken down by Nath. And now they get a bit of go forward, but, well, referee says that it will be a scrum to Royal Latin.
Not sure whether it's the weather, but it's become really scrappy. Neither side's managing to hold on to the ball for any sort of phases or exert any pressure on the opposition. As soon as one of the teams does that, I'm sure they'll get some joy. Just got to be able to look after the ball in the right areas of the pitch.
It's the voice of Sam Howard, former coach at Dulwich College, who is joining us here for this superb Natwest Schools Cup Finals day. Our third game of the day. This, the under-18 Vase final between Trent College and Royal Latin School. It's another missed touch from Nagy. If the Royal Latin School strategy is to tire Trent out by giving them plenty of ball to run back, then it's working, but I don't think that is the strategy. Nagy, unfortunately, has got to find the touchline with more regularity. He's just trying a little hard for distance, needs to make sure. Trent College keeping the ball alive well here, going through the phases. Goddard waits to fire it back for Finney. Gone for a deep kick to try and test Tom Bacon, and Bacon just slips on the greasy surface, but then comes up and he meets the tackle of Ben Dickinson, and it's going to be a penalty to Royal Latin, which they take quickly with the tap and go. Livesey wasn't back 10, so the referee plays a penalty advantage.
It's an awful thing to say because they are schoolboys, but there are so many schoolboy errors out there. It's incredible. Fair play. Nagy's made touch, no doubt on that one. But that's all you want. Get the ball off, win your line out. But both teams are just making such simple errors, giving away silly penalties. Let the opposition have the ball and back your defence. Their defences are both good. They don't need to be committing these penalties that they're doing at the moment.
Royal Latin having to fight for every bit of possession, but they get it now through Ellis and away through Nagy, and then Taylor. Nagy again tries to get away from the tackler, but it was good work from Hendry Briers. Or no, I think it might have been Benstead. Back rower not letting the 10 get away, and that kick has been sliced poorly into touch.
I think Latin has sort of got the right idea of where they want to play. They want to play a little bit wider, but to do that, they've got to get those numbers to the breakdown, and they've got to work a little bit harder. If they're going to play with width, they've actually got to work and get there. It's the right thing to do because you don't want to be running into this big Trent pack. But if you're going to play with width, you've got to work a little bit harder off the ball and make sure you get numbers there. Otherwise, this Trent side, including their backs, will just wrap you up because the Trent backs are almost as big as their forwards. So you must make sure you get numbers to the breakdown.
Ball in from Trent, and it's worked out nicely as the little shorter throw to the front to Boddington, and then Royal Latin with the penalty.
Another cute move at the line out that's worked for Trent. Another cheap penalty. I think Latin have got to be careful soon. If they keep giving these penalties away, they may get a yellow card. They're giving a lot of penalties away already in this first half.
location. From hooker to prop, Hendry Bryers at the front, and they turn and they lift big Rob Boddington, workhorse of the second row. One of those players that's been on a real classic journey of schoolboy playing second 15 to one of the reliable players of the first 15. And then this is some really abrasive stuff from George Dickinson. There's just a bit more of an edge around some more of the Trent players, and now they feed that long ball over to the right. McDonald's looking for his second try, driven backwards in the tackle, and he couldn't get the offload away. Strong work from Royal Latin to drive straight through the tackle as well, but Livesey is there to help secure the ball and delicately feed it back for his scrum half, and then less delicately Isaac Smith arrives. Crash ball time for the front row. Goddard. Then another little shorter ball, and they've got 3 metres to go. Goddard looks to the right. McDonald's there, cutting back in. George Finney, so close. They go close, and they go over.
Yeah, again, they go wide, but then they just go physical. They run hard, they run direct, they're big, they're strong, they're powerful. And as you said a minute ago, it seems as if they've just got more hunger than Latin at the moment, which is inexcusable in a final at Twickenham. They just seem up for it, they're a yard quicker. When they carry hard and with real purpose.
I think it's Jack Dickinson who's picked up his second try of the game here. Brilliant work from the number 8. So we're just a minute on the clock to go until half-time. It's another score that will just put another nail in the effort of Royal Latin School. Got the bend to add the extras. Let's have another little look at this.
Yeah, Finney carries well. He's mixed up his game nicely, Finney, with his kicking and direct play. And then again, just the big, strong ball carriers. Very difficult to stop from there.
This start from Royal Latin has gone 9.5 metres. But crucially, not the 10 that's required. So Trent College will get the option, and they've gone for the scrum on halfway. And when it's not going your way, you need to be making sure of the basics, and Royal Latin just missing out on those at the moment.
Unfortunately, that almost sums up the first half for Royal Latin, doesn't it? They're almost, but just not quite.
Yes, absolutely. Close but no cigar in the first 35 minutes. Trent creating down this right side. Running onto it hard is Brandon Joss. Another big carry from McCallum. Arjun Nath. Trent trying to create another one before the break here. They put a little chip through that they're hoping might cause a problem for Phillips or Bacon at the back, but they just deal with it. Wouldn't blame Royal Latin for sticking this one straight off the park, which is exactly what they do. And the referee will blow for the break. So 3 tries in that first half to Trent College, 2 for Jack Dickinson. Each of those converted by brother Ben, and we also had a try from Emmett McDonald and a penalty from George Finney, sharing the points out around the team. But it gives us a half-time score of Trent College 22, Royal Latin School 0. And well, as Sam Howard said a moment ago in commentary, Royal Latin would have been getting close, but it's just not quite been working out for them. Let's have a look at the first half highlights.
Yeah, real direct, one out, pick and go stuff. It's not pretty, but it's very difficult to stop. There's not a lot you can do when you've got big, powerful young men picking and going there. Pretty simple try for Trent there. Here, probably the try of the half. Great pass here. And a great finish from the winger there. Brilliant pass off his left hand. Winger's still got a lot to do, showed good power and strength, dots it down in the corner. Then here again we see Finney being direct. Almost a carbon copy from the first try there, just picking and going, nothing that Royal Latin can do about that. Trent very good for their 22-0 lead here at half-time.
So Royal Latin ready to get the second half restarted then. They've got some work to do to chase down this 22-point lead that Trent College have established in the first half. And unfortunately to say, picking up where they left off, which is not something they'll want to do. They've booted the restart straight into touch, And Sam Howard's head immediately hung.
Scrum called.
You do feel for them that you forget they are still kids. They're going to make errors, and sort of you just don't want them to do it on this big stage when they're playing at Twickenham. You want them to have the best game they can have, and if it's still not good enough, then so be it. But at least give it your best, and hopefully they'll come out with a little bit of fight or hunger in this second half. So I think they can actually do a lot better than they are doing. They just got to stop the silly errors, look after the ball, because they've got some good players, and hopefully we'll see a little bit more from them, and they won't make as many errors in this second half.
Yeah, certainly. It saw Silcoats off 31 points to 12, and the likes of Taunton 28-14. So Royal Latin have got it in them. Oh, that's a fantastic counter-attack run straight out of the 22. More of that's what's needed from them. Will Ellis plays it back. Nagy being brought down on the halfway line. Take nothing away from Trent, though, of course. They have been strong now. Josh Rooney with some room to go, but he's just booted that straight down the throat. Ben Dickinson just loitering on the wing. He's going to be needed to help keep away the Royal Latin defenders as his brother presents that ball back, and then it's Goddard, and running around the corner is Hendry Briers. He was on his way to get back in position, but all of a sudden ended up being given the ball. Benstead, he's carried really well on the back row for Trent throughout that first half. Starts the second half doing more of the same. Finney, and it's with Livesey. Livesey's being driven back in the tackle. Defensively from Royal Latin, this is slightly better because while Trent have got the possession and are going through the phases, they've actually lost about 10 yards. But Finney now looking for that Hail Mary ball over the top, which doesn't come. And he runs into his own player, and Royal Latin will take some heart from that opening couple of minutes.
Much better from Latin. Good line speed, getting off, making the tackles and putting Trent under a bit of pressure, which is the first time they've had that. Oh, I think we've got a brother argument out there. But yeah, as you say, Trent are good for their lead so far. They've carried well, they've done the basics pretty well, and they're big and powerful, and they're playing to their strengths.
16, 17 and 18 years of age, the Dickinson brothers. It was a busy period of getting the family going, wasn't it? Royal Latin, what can they create from their own 10-metre line? Good work from Mike Taylor. He's not one of the biggest.
Fine.
Sonny Byatt wasn't able to get the ball away. Just stuttered into the run there for Jack Salisbury, and Trent took full advantage and drove him back in the tackle.
Yeah, they're just playing into Trent's hands there. They're just running into the big Trent forwards who have smashed them back, and it's a turnover. They've got to play with quick ball Latin if they're going to do anything, but that means they've got to get numbers to the breakdown quicker. At the moment, they're not doing that. They're not working hard enough to get to the breakdown and provide quick ball for them halfbacks who can actually do something with it. They're both talented players, but they need quicker, better ball.
Use!
It's there for Trent now, who send a pod of players to help secure that ball, but the referee says that they've held on to it despite that.
7 whites, holding on. Let's not hold the players in, please. White, that's your mark.
Who doesn't enjoy a good day out at Twickenham? Do send your messages in via hashtag Natwest Schools Cup. You can see Joe Slater, who's said hashtag Go Trent, with them leading at half-time. Oh, and that's just poor communication at the back. They were lucky to get away with that, but without the ability to get the ball away, they're straight into touch. And accuracy, communication and speed
Back,
Is
that's your
what
mark.
Royal Latin need a little bit more of.
Again, it's pretty simple play from Trent, but it's a good kick. They follow up, they chase well, and they make the most of the mistake.
Hands on, guys, let's go, please.
Political slogan there for the Arsenal fans.
Never missing a trick, are they? Any opportunity to get those protests in.
Got enough white, advantage black.
There was a knock on there from Trent as they came forward, so Latin have got the chance to create the extra man on the outside here. It was just overrun slightly by Rooney. Needed to give a bit more depth there for Bayat to be able to make that final pass, but they've still held on to the ball, and it's a good leg drive from Ed Broom. Trent have got some really intelligent players who are just so good at getting in and spoiling the game. Oh, and Rooney's just been shrugged away by Dolman. Lovely feet from the Trent winger. His chip forward has allowed Tom Bacon a bit more time to make this run back, and Bacon gets away from 2 or 3 of them and now sets up the counter-attack for Royal Latin. Cutting back infield, needs to look for the support. Joe Phillips has gone on his own there, but now it arrives. Trent counter-up back, but it's still with Ellis, and breaking through again. Here come Latin. Trent having to defend hard here, but they tried to force the turnover. Well, there was no release on the tackler. That was much better from Royal Latin, and really all started by this break from Bacon.
Great play by Bacon. He's looked sharp all day, to be fair. He's countered really well, evades 3 or 4 tackles, times the pass brilliantly. Maybe that should have gone, but he's backed himself. Then they get quick, or relatively quick ball, which is what they haven't had much of today. And now they find themselves in a great position.
Joe Phillips plays a bit of rugby at Wasps, the under-16s.
11 black.
He's a real athlete. I do think he might, yes, indeed, have looked
Time's
on
off.
his outside there. He actually, in deciding to come back in field, I think had already
You're on the mark.
sold one of the defenders to get across.
Come on.
But now the changes will start to be made.
Okay, it's on.
16 onto the field. Nick Oostranandereg.
Break away, you! Fine.
Latin still getting some go forward.
Stay.
Good area of the pitch. It will be just what this game needs if Latin could find a score. It was then a little untidy along the floor, but it's popped up for Taylor. He's now the furthest man back on the field, and he's been tackled, so his Royal Latin teammates are all going to have to come back now behind the ball, which they do, but having had a line out 12, 15 metres from the line, they're now back between the 10 metre and 22 line. Nagy. Harry Lewis pirouetting through the tackle. It's then a little bit untidy, but Ellis gets it away again, and that was a nice flat pass, and there was a Trent hand in the way that was able to just pat it back on their side. This Royal Latin made perhaps one too many passes there when it might not have been on.
Yeah, it's a shame that they had a couple of good line breaks, good offloads, and one just didn't quite go to hand. That's how they've got to play. They've got to play with a little bit more pace, move the ball, try and move this big Trent pack around.
That becomes Vase in the first half. Stay steady. I'm asking you, get the timing right, please. Go for the warning.
I think we missed out on a delivery, Sam.
I'd love a bit of pizza now. It's freezing up here now.
Nagy, Taylor, Nagy on the run around, and it found by it. I want to try and get this one to ground. They all need to release, and it will. Well, I would say it will come back on the Royal Latin side. Trent have reacted first to the loose ball. That clearance kick has gone out on the full.
Again, such a shame. It's a good backs move. Latin gets them go forward, but they're not getting numbers to that breakdown to create quick ball and then hurt Trent with that second or third phase of quick possession. But they're still in a good position here. If they can get some good line-out ball here, exert some pressure, maybe they can get over that whitewash.
Rugby getting stripped and ready to come on. Now Royal Latin breaking, and we've seen some good stuff from Dan McGivern a couple of times for them. Oh, Nagy's just dropped it. And in such seconds is the game exemplified from a Royal Latin perspective.
7 white, change. 7. Change.
Rudkin.
Let's get him straight on, Mike, please.
Play across the front row. Son of the second 15 coach Gary Rudkin. And he's going to replace Ethan Benstead.
Time's on. He's knocked on, scrum white.
Benstead was having a real good game, I thought.
Outside.
Yes, indeed.
Crouch!
It's interesting off line-out drives. Trent are not,
David Henry Bryars he's replaced. Sorry, do carry on.
are not engaging at all and just sending one in to completely disrupt them all, and it's working very well. Clever tactics there from Trent from the line-out defensively.
Lost the ball.
There's no back to the floor. Knock on back ball.
Yeah, it was Benstead who's replaced Henry Bryars. Still on the field there, just trying to check my numbers as to who is where in the squad. But we're still in this area of the field. Royal Latin got themselves down here, but making the next move on the chessboard just seems to be evading them at the moment. They can get down as far as putting this amount of pressure on Trent, but finding their room to the line is just what's missing at the minute.
Yeah, they've just got to provide that finishing touch. As I say, they're doing so well to get to here, but they just can't finish it off.
Nagy, that's a lovely line. They might have finished it off now. That's superb. Brilliant line from Phillips and fed Bacon. Where's that been for the last 46 minutes? Great from Royal Latin. And they get a try on the board.
As we said, they've got it in them. They just need to show it. They needed to produce it, and they've done that using probably their two most potent weapons, Bacon and Phillips. Great move. Nagy's taken to the line. Wonderfully timed pass. Two wonderfully timed pass, and under the sticks he goes. Again, another first phase try that we've seen this afternoon, or all day. It's been a feature of the day, these first phase tries, which is great to see. But now it's game on. Hopefully that big crowd that they've got over there will get behind them and actually lift their spirits, and we get a bit of a game now, because they've threatened to do that all game. Now they've done it. Excellent. Nagy's kicked it. His confidence will now grow, because I think he's a talented young player who just made a few too many errors today. But I'm now looking forward to this last 20 minutes.
Well, the timing of the pass absolutely key here, because Joe Phillips didn't have to break a stride, could run onto it on absolute full pace, and great awareness to know that he had Bacon on his shoulder.
Yeah, super play. Back to winger and fullback joining together, and you can see they're right up for it now, which is fantastic to see.
So the deficit reduced to 15 now, and I find it to Phillips again, and perhaps Royal Latin are getting the sense that bringing their left winger onto the plate a little bit more could be a little bit more beneficial for them. That's just gone forwards.
Again, we see Nagy take it to the line, delay his pass. Phillips, great pass to Bacon, who's looked sharp all afternoon. And again, from that kickoff, they look sharp again. Couple of offloads, got in behind Trent, and referee, eagle-eyed, just spotted a slight forward pass.
Okay, 4 white, 4.
Yeah, fair play. The ref's always right.
Yeah, thank you.
So Rob Boddington will leave the field, and he's being replaced by Chris Crick.
Just to make their pack even bigger.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Right, can we make sure that coaches aren't coming in the field, please?
Chris Crick is indeed another athletic, strong ball carrier. One of the players that's played in their Sevens programme. Good in the air as well, so yeah, not someone they will want to see coming in. Wind just getting up a little bit down here at Twickenham.
Mike, are they making a change now?
Great to see that Latin support. They've been fantastic this afternoon, really getting behind their side. Hopefully can energise their team somewhat, a bit more in this second half.
Time's on. Forward pass, scrum white.
So change for Trent here. They've had to put Dolman's gone in at scrum half.
The wind just whistling across the top of the stadium. The flag flying high on a day of England Rugby Schools rugby. Ball's come forward off the hands.
And it really is the highlight of the school season. 4 games at Twickenham. Over 100 teams in each tournament. Great way to finish the season. Fair play for England schools for putting it on at Twickenham. It's a great day for all the players, supporters, and we've already seen some cracking games, and we've got the climax in the Under-18 Cup coming up, which should be an absolute cracker.
Yes, we certainly hope so. And great as well with the new bowl and plate competitions this year. Chance for schools to make it to 6 ways that we had yesterday. And we had winners down there as well. So
Scrum called.
Allianz Park, 6 ways and Twickenham, all big stadia for schoolboys to have their moment in. Royal Latin School fan club out in force. They enjoyed having something to cheer with Tom Bacon's try. Harvey Dolman is now ready to see if Trent can get going again. He's taken on the scrum half duties since Ben Goddard has moved along. There is Goddard. Just a bit of a reshuffle of the back line, then another good carry from the replacement, Rudkin. Oh, and it was just nudged at the back. I think Dolman was trying to get away with that one. And Arjun Nath says you don't need to trouble the referee with any more conversation. Let's move away.
Yeah, but just interesting to see what effect it has. Obviously losing the scrum half. Dolman, normally a winger, is in there at 9 now. Whether that'll have an impact, but the way that Trent play, which is all pretty much direct, it shouldn't have too much effect. Latin just need to try and keep the momentum that they had in those last few minutes. Keep the pace in the game.
So here's Goddard returning.
Time's on. Crouch! Bind! Set!
18 minutes left for Royal Latin. It's time enough if they can use it well. Little wrap around for Nagy, but he's been charged down, and it looks to all intents and purposes like it's a try for Livesey. And that might just deflate the potential fight back from Royal Latin.
Livesey's done really well here. He's committed to the charge down, gone for it, followed it up. Killer blow for Latin.
Great from Livesey.
Big unit for a 12, isn't he, at schoolboy level?
Yes, he certainly is. Also plays a bit of rugby at Northampton Saints in the programme there. And now it's the job of Ben Dickinson to take his personal tally to 6 with the conversion. No problem from Dickinson, and they reassert the lead that they had at half-time. 22 points the difference. It's Trent College 29, Royal Latin School 7.
Yeah, fully committed, got the charge down, and there was no stopping the big fella from there.
Great take from the restart by Rodkin. Goddard, way to the right, and now it's starting to open up for Trent a little more. The passes are going to hand, cutting back in field bravely. And then trying to get a quick ball, then they put the chip in on the outside. Oh, it just didn't sit up. Harvey Dolman was in. And a wry laugh on the face of the Royal Latin coaching bench.
White mark.
That was Livesey.
Let's go, guys. White, no early jump, please.
Great play from Trent from the kickoff there, really getting some outside backs into play, breaking open the Latin defence.
I was out here, sorry. Gone cold. Not straight. Yes, it is. Not straight, gone cold, black ball.
It was the right option. Ball just wouldn't hold up, which again has happened a few times today. The bounce of the ball's just eluded that last player. But Trent now in a great position, just outside the Latin 22 to unleash their backs here.
7 stayed.
Trent going to create some room out on that far right-hand side. Well carried on by Brandon Joss. Offered himself coming forward to join the line a few times. He's comfortable at 10 as he is at fullback, Joss.
Right, no hands.
Beresford. And those players onto the field. Oh, it was juggle from Finney. Best thing to do, he decided, was to just take the ball to the deck. And there's a penalty advantage being played for offside, so Trent have got a shot to nothing here. Beresford with another carry. Mike Taylor in there, trying to spoil. It's with Livesey. I said earlier, he's like an extra back rower. There he is doing just that sort of duty. Goddard knows they've got that penalty coming. It's loose across the floor. They might create the extra man here if they can. Good hands from Joss, and then to Dolman. Referee still playing that advantage.
Still got penalty advantage, White.
Dickinson.
Full release.
Crossfield kick. Probably just been given a little much, or has it? It sits up and it'll be the try. Oh, amazing. Emmett McDonnell profiting from a kick that I thought he'd put too much on, but it just skidded up beautifully off the turf. And they had a shot to nothing, but it was a shot and a kill as far as Trent College were concerned. Great try.
Yeah, just a minute earlier there was a kick the other touchline that didn't hold up, but this time it worked absolutely perfectly. That Finney spots it. Great kick, watched it brilliantly. Over he goes. Again, we've seen a few tries from cross kicks today. Just shows the skills of these young players, the ability to spot space, kick it, put it on the money. Easy try for the winger.
It's another solid conversion, and Trent College get up to 36 now. The job well and truly done against Trent College. Against Royal Latin.
Guys, change. 6, 14.
Yeah, kicked really well for goal today, haven't they, Trent? I'm not sure they've missed.
14.
This is always great to see. All the subs getting off the bench, getting on, playing at Twickenham.
9, change, 9.
Proud moment for Grandma and Grandad.
Yeah, another one of the Dickinsons
It's not 14 next year.
completes his job.
It's 14, he's going off.
Goddard leaving the field as well.
Thank you.
George Dickinson taking
Time's up.
his time away, and also Emmett McDonnell leaving the field as well. So all the changes being made. And Dolman is back in, playing at scrum half. Peter Hartman, number 18, versatile forward. He has played on the wing also this year. Long pass over to this near side. Josh Stanley, year 12 winger. It's a slightly stuttered run, but go forward nonetheless. Dolman. This is a good carry. Rodkin. Dolman again, trying to keep some quick pace on it. Arjun Nath. It's been solid on the work rate front, the number 5. Now a chip over the top for Stanley to chase, but it will beat him into touch. But Trent, they've got no need to rush anything, and most of what they're doing is being done pretty well.
See that kick from Finn. He's very composed from fly half. He knows exactly what he's doing at all times, whether he's passing, kicking, really pulling the strings out there. And that kick he's just done then only just went into touch. If it stayed in, the winger was in again. Rudkin's had a great game for Trent when he's come on. He carried well, made a couple of breaks.
Well, Latin to do it from their own 22, and they put a bit of pace on it through Rooney.
Release 12, 12. Go release.
Nivsy in a position to effect the turnover there. He was very, very close to doing so. That's a nice offload. Just went to hand in time. Ellis. They've got 4 to the right here, but there's no let up in the advancing line speed of the Trent defence. So they opt for the kick over the top. Joss.
First man strip the
The
ball.
ball burgled by Nagy. Close to that touchline. Ellis. Clear out from McGiven. Penalty to Royal Latin.
8. No, conversation. No, there's no conversation. Thank you.
Referee just has a word with Dickinson to ensure the tackles
8 to the
remain
side,
low.
ball hasn't gone past the back foot.
Into the last 10 minutes. Jamie Spencer pickup is waiting to make an impact.
Yeah, time's off. Numbers. White 13. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, get him straight on, please. Yeah. Black 1, 3. 3 and 7. Black 3. 3.
changes being made by Royal Latin now.
Time's on. Don't change your bind.
Referee ensuring that Royal Latin don't change the bind. Now Ellis to Nagy. Byatt out wide to Bacon, who joins the line, and then it pops up for Taylor, but it went forward in the process.
It's gone forward.
Royal Latin getting a few of the players on. Josh Abbas, one of them.
Just a little bit too lateral there from the Latin backs, making it easy for Trent just to drift, make the tackle, and then force the turnover.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Hit 2, 3, 4.
Trent away from the 22.
Tackle release.
Bit of footwork, bit of footballing rather from number 8 Dickinson. Well, now miscommunication at the back.
Up there, one. Right, you're on your hands.
Bacon did really well there. He was under a lot of pressure. He's dived on the ball, he's got up, secured the ball. He's had a good game for Latin at the back there, Bacon.
Helicopters. Five man, guys. Out, step out. 2.
Tom Miller.
Step out there.
Nagy, Taylor, back to Nagy on the wraparound, trying to create the extra man outside, and then we get another injection of pace from Bacon.
Didn't survive.
Joe Phillips no longer on the field, so he wasn't there for the support run where perhaps we saw him popping up earlier in the game. Ellis looks both ways, looks to the right now, finds Nagy. They're all a little narrow, and they get picked off. And it's now a knock-on. Well, it's a knock-on from both sides in the end.
Then off white. One white ball.
Another.
So, Sam, thoughts on man of the match for this one?
There's been some outstanding performances from Trent College. All of the Dickinson boys have been excellent.
9.
George Finney has bossed the game
13.
by half,
Change.
but I think for his carrying and his defensive work, Livesey's had a superb game, and he's my man of the match, the big number 12, Charlie Livesey.
Charlie Livesey has put in a decent shift. And he's just spotted himself on the big screen. What a lovely moment that is. You're going to look cool in these moments, Mr. Livesey. You're not going to spot it. But he couldn't resist. He's been excellent. As you say, the Dickinson brothers have all been great. George carrying well, and of course 2 tries for Jack Dickinson. But yeah, I agree with you. I think what Charlie Livesey has brought in terms of go forward as well in that centre has certainly allowed Trent to continue their front foot play. Brandon Joss is leaving the field.
Time's on.
He's copped one on the conch.
2 numbers. First off black, one white.
5.5 minutes remaining.
Crouch!
In that great moment, Livesey's seen his face up on the lights as man of the match, and just he couldn't hold in the joy, could he? It's just brilliant. I absolutely love that. He could not smile.
How much? Let's open a book on how much he tries to showboat in a minute as a result. He's going to come onto the ball now. He's got more simple carrying and battering work to do, which he does effectively. Off to the right. Rudkin's been good since he's come on as well.
Release! Ball's available.
Dolman to the right. McDonald. It's good aggressive running.
He did really well to staying off that touchline there.
Good work from Beresford. Now they come out the back. One Dickinson, then on to Livesey, who's just waiting, offering that ball on the inside, and then they find it back to the outside. Did they just get into touch there? No, they play on. And where is Cameron Wright going? He's got a lot of work to do. He's got caught in his own goal area, and we will go back for the advantage that was being played.
Royal Latin fans still noisy, still clapping. They've been great all afternoon, those guys and girls.
The drummers have put in a shift, haven't they? Just got a momentary stoppage because one of the Trent players is being led from the field, and I don't think Matthew Kimmett is too keen on leaving the field, but the medical team are trying to usher him away.
He looked very reluctant to go off then, didn't he? He wanted to stay on, understandably so.
White's back. Set!
Josh Wellham,
Hold.
replacement scrum half, under pressure on his own line, but they've got it away. Nagy's gone for a chip and chase from his own line. It hasn't quite set up. It was knocked back initially by Trent, and the referee is still playing it that way. I think Nagy might have got a hand to it, but at this stage, referee happy for the play to continue. Dickinson, lovely weight before he got the ball off to his brother, and then he supports him again back inside. Ben and Jack combining brilliantly, and then it's try time for Trent. It was made by the two Dickinson brothers. They never gave up on each other.
Some lovely offloads there, really good play from Trent there. Moved the ball wide, kept it alive.
Well, it was Jack to Ben and then Ben to Jack.
Good power and strength and offloading there.
Josh Stanley then on the shoulder.
Lovely try, really good offloading. Players there in support, coming on to the ball at pace.
I can last 2 minutes.
George Finney fancies another couple of points with the right boot. Trent College up to 43, Royal Latin School 7. It's been a professional job by the Trent College boys. You can only play what's in front of you, and they have played their game plan really well in this one. And, well, they will be fully deserving Vase winners.
Yeah, really accomplished performance from Trent out there. They've used their strengths, their big ball carriers have carried hard, and when they've had the opportunity to score, they've taken them with aplomb. Really, really good performance. Their coaches will be over the moon with the way they've played out there.
Dolman off to the left, Finney again, Livesey, Finney on the wraparound, and they feed Stanley again. This could be, oh, if he'd have passed it infield, I think it's going to take the touchline. It does just. Finney was loitering inside there. They could have been away for another score before the full-time whistle, I think.
Yeah.
Finney was looking with fear that he had to run it in from the halfway line.
Look at this.
Lovely hands from Finney to get it to
Stanley
him.
goes, needed the shout on the inside, but yeah, maybe you're right. Finney thought, I've done all my running for today, thank you very much. Kick that ball down there.
Relax, just step off, please. Step off. Look out, thank you.
Miller. Nagy. Good ball round the corner to Ed Broom. The stadium clock is out of time, and attempted
Knock on advantage, scrum only.
interception there from Finney. Abbas loitering on the outside, looking for it. Would have loved a bit more space to run into.
Still got scrum advantage.
And Royal Latin kick it downfield. The referee says there was a knock-on advantage, and that will be that. It's our third piece of silverware of the day, and it's going to Trent College, the under-18 Vase winners. And they've done it against Royal Latin School. The Royal Latin just picking up the one try from Tom Bacon at the start of that second half, and well, we hoped it might kick on in terms of providing a little bit more drama for those of you watching on our live stream, but Trent College had in mind a very professional job to do, and they have run out by 43 points to 7 winners. A couple of tries from the likes of Jack Dickinson. Ben Dickinson taking 8 points with the boot, Finney 5 from the boot. And as we saw towards the end there, Josh Stanley getting in, also a couple of tries for Emmett McDonnell. And let's just have a look back at those scores. So these are the second half tries, and this was where Phillips burst through to set Bacon in.
Yeah, outstanding try. Absolutely outstanding. Great backs move. Timing of the pass, brilliant. Nagy takes it to line, holds on, delays it. Great timing by Phillips, and a lovely little pass to Bacon, who finished off the try, and also had a good game, Bacon, today. Made lots of good counter runs.
Should mention the dummy run from Johnny Byer that helped that try be affected, but then Livesey with the charge down.
Yeah, using his big frame, gets up, the big fella. Got the charge down, finished it up nice, bit of composure nicely, simple dive on the ball. Again, capped what was a fine performance from him all day long.
And this was a sublime kick to the other side, just in behind the Royal Latin defence, and the waiting of the kick from Finney.
Yeah, you can see he's already spotted it. He knows exactly what's going on. He's given the call to the winger. Looks up, sees the space, and has got the skills to execute perfectly.
It was really good work from McDonnell, wasn't it? Just to jump in when he saw the ball sit up.
Yeah, showed good composure, the winger there. And then this lovely offloads here between the Dickinson boys. Finney, another good offload here. Good score.
Josh Stanley getting in then. Try number 6.
Summed up Trent all day, really. Whenever they carried with purpose. They let good leg drive, and people always there on support. It's how they played all day long, really. Really powerful, very direct, tough to stop.
So the long walk for the runners-up as they go and receive the runners-up medals, but the Royal Latin School worthy finalists, and great to see them here at Twickenham enjoying the big occasion. So, as the boys go out to receive their runners-up medals, we can hear from their coach, Ian Gould.
Ian, commiserations. I guess you couldn't have asked more from your team today.
No, we worked really hard, you know, but when you're trying to play rugby and you haven't got the ball, it's a bit of an issue. So, you know, we didn't start that well. We made a few mistakes in the first half, put us, 22 points down. That's a long way to come back, but, fair play to Trent. They were awesome at the breakdown. We couldn't get the ball off them, and without the ball, we can't play our expansive game, which is what we wanted to try and do.
How proud were you of the never give up attitude that they showed, though?
They've been amazing all year, from the training ground onto the pitch, and I knew they wouldn't, and I knew they'd keep going. And when we scored the try, I thought we had a chance of coming back, but again, we couldn't get hold of the ball. But they will never give in; they will keep going, and I'm really proud of them. To be here again is fantastic, and they should be proud of themselves.
Thanks, Ian. Commiserations.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, great pride from Ian Gould. But now the winners start to mount the steps. Trent College scoring 6 tries in the final as they get ready to hold the trophy in the centre of your picture, the silver vase, the Natwest Schools Cup Under-18 vase, no less. Trent College, the champions.
Great comments from Ian Gould, the coach there, understanding how well Trent played. They couldn't get their hands on the ball. They couldn't play the way they wanted to do, which was expansive rugby. But proud of the way that his boys have kept going all season.
So we can hear from the Trent College coach, Steve McGuinness, who's talking to Bill Latham.
Steve McGuinness, winners of the Under-18 vase. Again, I imagine you're a very happy coach.
Yeah, no, we're just really proud of the boys. They just said it in the end there. It's been a long season for them, We finished our season at Christmas, so it's been hard to keep it struggling on. So they've been working hard towards this point, and they showed on the pitch. It was a great performance. So,
how impressed were you with the power that your team showed today?
Yeah, look, as you say, we wanted to get a good start, and we got that. We scored in the first few minutes, but we've got a really good bunch of boys this year. They've worked really hard, and it showed there today. We had it up front, we had it in the middle, and we finished out wide. And all credit even to the guys who come off the bench. They made an impact, and it was really, really good to see. So yeah.
How important was it for you that Royal Latin had to work at every single breakdown? You never let them have the ball easy.
All credit to Royal Latin. They made us work really hard. I think the score somewhat flatters us a little bit. The number of mistakes we made, and the number of knock-ons, the number of time we gave them the ball. And all credit to them, they did. They battled for everything, But we just had enough in the end just to see us through there. I think those guys coming off the bench helped that, and they obviously added a little bit of fresh legs to talk about, and helps the finishing. So
I'll just let you enjoy watching your team lift the cup. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As you can see, those boys enjoying it and all their supporters. Again, an interesting comment from the coach, from Trent there, just about how hard the team have worked. And I think all coaches have mentioned that. And it's a long, hard slog. And I think people don't recognise and understand sometimes how hard these players work, the gym sessions, the extra training sessions, giving up their time in the holidays. It takes a lot of hard work to get to this stage from the boys and all the coaches, and they should all be thoroughly commended for their job. Well done, those Trent boys.